Hey, does anybody know how to go fishing with a piece of fishing rope or something and a hook? Jesus is saying if we're going to San Diego, can we stop by a lake and try to fish with string and a hook? I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to ask children God. I'm too embarrassed to ask Jesus. Jesus is like a survivalist expert. Jesus can live in the middle of nowhere like it's nothing, and I'm an idiot, and I don't know how to take a piece of string and a hook and go fishing. It has to be the fishing pole. And even then, I don't know which bait goes with what. I always had to ask somebody else. I'm an idiot. I'm a fishing idiot. In case any child of God knows. Because Jesus knows we're going to travel around. And that reminds me, somebody, when I was giving deliveries, somebody said, what about God and Jesus and the fact that God the Father married an antichrist enemy God of everybody's? So, yeah, God the Father married a murderer, enemy, evil God who had been the enemy of every good God for a long time. And of course, that bitch did not tell the truth. That bitch did not tell the truth. She pretended to be holy. She pretended to be perfect. She got him to marry her and turned into a drugging, poisoning, murdering, and more sadistic bitch. What has she done to who? Yeah, but I don't know if anybody can handle the Jerry Springer on it. I don't know if anybody can handle the end of the world Jerry Springer about a lot of things. But if you guys can, I would go to My Queen, My Queen, My Queen. It's worse than the worst soap opera and Jerry Springer show ever known. It's massive. It's beyond words. What I did, because I could not believe God married our enemies, but of course he stupidly did, and then got stuck in it. So I feel bad, full of hate. I go back and forth. Because how do you know? I get mad because some guy falls in love with a woman and she poisons the kids to death because she was the stepmom that hated the kids. I hate people like that. Because it's like, you just wanted to fuck the wife and you wanted to ignore when she was like mysteriously creepy or suspicious. I'm not going to put up with that shit. So part of me hates God. But part of me says, yeah, but that man who married the sadistic bitch, like that human guy married the woman and fucked her and wanted to believe she was perfect. And he's going to believe it when she lies and plays the part. So that man marries a murder happy weirdo lady and, wants to believe in her. But how can you be a man that marries her and you don't see the warning signs in your children, her stepchildren, getting sick all the time while she says the kids are such a burden and they're just always sick and it's their problem? Really? So, come on. I'm not dumb. When God married an evil God enemy, there was probably a lot of suspicious weird things. Where that bitch wanted to say, oh, this is a heaven full of brats and they're the problem. Or something. She did something. She's an evil God enemy. She has murdered gods and more for a long time. And of course acted like a perfect saintly God and tried to fool everybody and infiltrate. And it worked because a lot of gods don't know her because she tends to normally hide and hang out with the worst evil God enemies in existence. So she came out, people didn't recognize her. She played a good part. Every gross criminal is so good at being fake, it's gross. And she got God to marry her. And it's sickening. And what I did was I took my victory and took visitation rights. And I take everybody out of that heaven, including Jesus and more, and I take them to my heavens and my areas and play visitation rights. And I wait for them to confess to Tattletale, to give me evidence and things I can bring to courts. And then I investigate in secret, get all the evidence, go to court with gods in secret. But I let them come for visitations, and if they want to confess or tell me any crimes or evidence, I keep giving it to all the gods. Because you know she wasn't there just to marry anybody. She's creepy and gross. And she's so fake it would curdle your blood. And evil got enemy, they are so good and perfect at being fake, but it's creepy. Like it stands out. Like it looks like a movie full of robots. Where it's weirdly perfect, like too perfect. And it's like, no, I bet there was a lot. Now, I'm in an end of the world time trying to get to my own safety and my own power to fly and all my own stuff. So I don't have time to get into the Jerry Springer soap opera of the whole thing. But if you guys are those types, you could go to My Queen, My Queen, My Queen. There is not a god, angel, or anything else that is not talking about the whole thing.